Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. One of the most important things in my opinion for me in the investing world is to learn from what we have done before. So look back and see how our investments have done, learn from our failures and our successes in order to improve as an investor in the long term and be able to have more gains in the long term. So today I'm going to do a video that I did 3 months ago, which you guys liked a lot. Asked me to do it on a quarterly basis. This video is top 10 performer stocks in my portfolio. So let's go to my computer and see how my portfolio was doing back in October when I did that video and how it's doing today. Okay, here we can see my portfolio back in October 2021. We can see that the best stock at the moment, the best performer, was Microsoft, which was up 125.37%. Then Amazon 95.52%, Lyft 72.45%, Square 65.57%, Visa 58.07%, Facebook 36.62%, MasterCard 32.47%, Disney 27%, Apple 18.83%, and Lemonade 12.33%. As you can see already on October, I didn't have any best performers as growth stock, only Lemonade, as it was the only one that was making me money at the moment, but not anymore. As below this, we can see all of my growth stocks that I'm currently investing that are down at the moment, such as Fubo, Wish, Shift, Lemonade, and Carnival, Tattoo Chef, and Carnival Cruise Lines. Those are my 6 worst performers at the moment in my portfolio. But we're going to see how my portfolio is doing right now. I have added to some of my positions, either the ones that are losing money or either the ones that are up, but are at a good price right now as well. And I'm going to talk about that when we talk about my other portfolio, how my portfolio is performing right now, which here it is. We can see that the best performer continues being Microsoft. It's up 143.34% at the moment, even though 3 months ago it was up already 125%. So the stock has continued going up, which is one of the reasons that I did not add to this position, because we can see here that the stock has been trending up for a whole year. It's up 48%. And I have to say that it's not a stock. It's a company that I like a lot, but it's not a stock that I look every day to add more like I do with Apple or Facebook, for example. But I didn't add here when it dropped to $323 per share because I added to other stocks. And I thought that maybe I would wait for a bigger crash if it happens for this stock. So we can see then that my second best performer stock at the moment is Amazon, which is up 99.89%. At the moment was up 95.52%, which, let me tell you, that Amazon is a stock that have actually performed not as normal as they do this year. As we can see that it is up only 7.33% this year to date, which, don't get me wrong, a 7% return is good, it's better than nothing, and it's good in comparison to other stocks. But the S&P 500 has an average return of about 10 to 13% in the past 10 years. So obviously a 7% return is not the best, but where we have to take into consideration that Amazon went up a lot on March 2020 until August 2020, as it went up 80 something percent, and it is still up 85%. So we can see that the stock is still growing little by little, but it's kind of consolidating just like it did before. But this is normal with this stock. Still, this is a company that I like a lot and I invest in it long term, but I'm not adding more to this stock at this moment. I would like to see it again below 3,000. If it never happens, maybe below 3,200, but I would not add that much over 3,000 yet. Maybe next year when their fundamentals continue improving and the stock continues consolidating, because it is impressive how the fundamentals have continued improving this year and the stock consolidating, but it is mainly because of the consequences of 2020. In 2020, the fundamentals exploded, as we saw that the revenue growth was incredible last year, as this is one of the best of the companies that benefited the most from the pandemic. Now, the next stock is Lyft, which is up 58.07%. At that moment was up 72%. Even though it has dropped a lot, as you can see, I have not added to this position. At this moment, Lyft is at 44.18%, which is down at the moment 6.56% year to date. But we can see that it also exploded because of the pandemic 190%. As we can see, it dropped a lot and then recovered, but now it's down big 33%. And even with this huge crash, I'm still up at the moment in my position 58%, because I have to say that I bought this stock really early, even though many did not like that investment. I think I bought in March. I started before the crash, but I added way more during the crash, and that's how I'm up at the moment. But still, I like this company long term. I'm not adding more to this position at the moment. It's up too much for me, and I understand that they are growing and they have a lot of future and expansion in the future coming on. I'm investing in other stocks at the moment. The fourth stock that is performing well in my portfolio is Apple, which is up 40.31%, which we can see that at the moment 3 months ago was up 18.83%. And have to say that this is one of the stocks that I have bought since that video in October. I bought Apple October 13th if we check here, October 13th, when the stock was at $140.91. So since the last time that I bought Apple, the stock is up 25%. As we can see that year to date, this stock is up 36%. And we saw this huge run up in the past month since my last video. So that is why this stock is currently up in my portfolio 40%, even though I added to my position at $140. As I said that I would wait to 110, 120, but I decided to buy on 140. As we can see that during that time, the stock dropped a little bit here. As we can see, 1%, it was not that much, but I took advantage of it, and thank God the stock continued going up. Now, I'm not adding to this current position, to these current prices, even though this is one of the stocks that I think are going to perform pretty nice next year as well. I believe it has to kind of correct a little bit. I will not add at $176 per share, but it's a stock that I try to add every single time that I can, that I see a nice price, as they have a nice dividend. It's a really small dividend, but I like the company and the growth that they have been having in the long term as a company and their stock. As we can see that it's up 508% in the past 5 years, so that's about 100% yearly, and that is a very nice return in my opinion for such a big company, $2.89 trillion, and such an old company as well. But they continue improving, innovating, even though many don't believe they have. But believe me that I buy a lot of their products, I can see the difference between their phones or their Apple Watch or their iPads or their Macs within the years. Obviously not from 2020 to 2021, because we can see that iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro are almost the same, but maybe between 2019 and 2021 we can see a big difference. In my computer as well, this is an M1 chip laptop, and my boyfriend has the last MacBook Pro that came out with the Intel chip, and I see a lot of difference between his computer and mine. And his computer is only 3 years old or 4 years old, while mine is 1 year old. So that's why I like this company a lot, because I'm an Apple addict. I don't like that much Android products because I feel comfortable with Apple ecosystem. But now, the fifth stock is Facebook, one of my favorite FANG stock, as you all know. It is up 38.94%, which at the moment was up 36.62%. But I have to say that this is a stock that, even though it's up way more than 3 months ago in my portfolio, I have been adding. As we can see here, the stock has been dropping a lot lately. It's down 12.28%, so I've been taking advantage of it. I bought on October 26 at $326.12 per share. I bought the 1st of December around here at $310.96, and bought the very next day on December 3rd at $306 per share as well. But I have not added more to this position, even though it already represents about 8% of my portfolio. But this is a stock that I believe will be right in the long term with the metaverse and everything that they have been doing. So I continue adding to this position. Now, the next stock that is performing quite well in my portfolio is MasterCard, which is up 31.83% at the moment, which it was up 32% 3 months ago. But I have not added more to this position, even though it's in a downtrend right now. And I'm not planning on adding more, but the next stock, which is Visa, I have been adding to it as it has dropped a lot as well. It's up still 27.34% in my portfolio, and it was up 58% in my portfolio 3 months ago. We can see the big difference here. So we can see that the stock has been dropping a lot lately because of different reasons. Since October, it dropped 18%, and right now it's down 7.38%. I added 4 times to this stock. I added on October 28th around here at $212 per share. Then I bought on November 2nd at $209 per share around here. Then on November 19th at $200 per share. And last but not least, on November 26th, when the stock was $196.23 per share. Now, don't think I have those numbers in mind. I have them written down here. The times that I have bought in this positions, in this stock. So I added more to this stock because I said that I would buy Visa below $200, but I could add if it gets below 210, and I started adding since it dropped below 210 and after it dropped below 200. Now, the next stock in my portfolio that is performing quite well is Disney. That is up 11.14%, even with a huge drop. It was up 27% 3 months ago. I have been adding to this position as well, but it's up still 11%. And we can see here that the stock is down at the moment 13.86% in the past 6 months. And year to date is currently down 13.54%. We know that what happened in their last earnings. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong happening in the company right now. It was just one earnings that did not do well, but I'm waiting for the next earnings. And in the long term, I think that they will do more than fine. So for this stock, I added on November 11th when the stock was around $160 per share. Then on November 16th when the stock was around $158 per share. And last but not least, November 18th when the stock was at about $154 per share. I could have added more, 142. I really don't know why I didn't. Maybe I didn't notice the stock drop. I really don't know. I remember saying that I was going to buy at that time. I remember putting a limit order, but maybe it didn't went through, so I didn't buy at that moment. But still, is it a good price right now? It's $153 per share to buy more. If it continues dropping, it's fine. I will buy more. If not, it's fine for me as well. Still, I'm up 11.14% in my position. Next stock is Square, which was up 65% 3 months ago, and we can see that it has dropped a lot as it is up only 3% in my portfolio. But I have to say that it was really overvalued. It was getting really extended at the moment. We can see that the stock got to $150 something per share, and it was bouncing between these two levels of 200 and 280 several times during the year until last time that it bounced on August. And since then it has been dropping because, to be honest, it was necessary. So I also added to this position. I said that I was going to buy below $200, and I did. I started buying when it dropped below 210. I bought at $210 per share, and then I bought $166 per share. So that is the only two times that I've bought to this position. I added to this position. Last but not least, the last stock that is performing not well because it's down, but the top 10 stock in my portfolio is Lemonade. That is down 15.54% at the moment. It was up 12.33% at the moment, but now it's down 15.53%. We can see that we don't have any other huge growth, non-profitable, small cap companies in the list at the moment, as we know that they are getting affected really hard, such as Tattoo Chef, Wish, Fubo, Carnival, Shift, Lemonade, and more. So Lemonade is currently down 15.54%, which it was up 12%. And I have added to this position as well. I added when it got to $49.41 per share. I added $46 per share. I added $53 per share, and at $41.35 per share on December 14th. Around here, that was the last time that I added to this portfolio, to this stock. So I've been investing in this company for the long term, and you guys know it. So these are the top 10 performers in my portfolio at the moment, my Robinhood portfolio. You guys know that I have a M1 Finance portfolio, which is more of a savings account, in my opinion, for now, even though I do have a bank account with cash. But I am investing a little bit more in other kind of portfolios, which I don't like to have many portfolios, but I'm doing it right now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave you here a video on my crypto journey if you would like to go and watch it. I posted yesterday. Thank you and see you next time.